In most cases, meaningful donations happen because someone asks. If we're hoping for substantial gifts from potential benefactors, those asks must be made in a way that is clear, thoughtful, and compelling. Hi, I'm Jack Peterson with Managing for Mission. Managing for Mission specializes in administrative consulting for faith-based schools. From my experience as both a development director and as a school president, I've learned that there are 8 steps crucial to making an effective request of an important benefactor. The first step is setting the appointment. Nothing happens till this does. Avoid too much detail about the purpose of the meeting. The call may go something like this. I'm working on the capital campaign for the school, and I'd like to talk to you about your possible involvement.
We're not in a position to give at this point.
Well, that's all right. All I'm asking for at this point is the opportunity to tell you what we're up to, and then you can determine whether you have an interest. Second, know the prospective donor. Even if you know the person, take time to review their file. You'll often be reminded of information that isn't top of mind. Children's names, issues raised in the last conversation, events at school, or recent donations. I'm surprised how often this information is key to the conversation. Third, practice the call. It's always beneficial to run through the call with someone who's familiar with the donor. It can feel awkward to role play in advance, but it's amazing how well it prepares you for the give and take of the actual meeting. If more than one person from the school will be participating in the call, decide who will present what and who will make the actual ask. Fourth, give context. Even if the donor feels she knows the cause well, take time to explain it and paint a picture for her. Numbers and logic are important, but more important is your own motivation and your emotional reasons for being involved. Consider this person's interests and values. Look at the project from their perspective and frame your presentation in those terms. Fifth, ask for the gift. It's important to ask for a specific gift so that the person understands what he could do to make the overall project a success. But it's also important to be clear that the choice is theirs. God has entrusted them with this decision as a steward of resources. If God can trust them with the decision, then so can we. The request might sound something like this. In light of what I've presented and the project's importance to the school, we're hoping you'd consider a pledge of $500,000 over the next 3 years to fund the new college counseling center. Now, you may be interested in doing more than that, in which case we'd be even closer to our goal. But you also may not be able to give that much. Whatever you decide, based on your understanding of the project's importance and your own circumstances, will be gratefully accepted. After this is said, stop talking and let the donor respond to your request. The temptation will be to cushion the ask with more words, but this is distracting for the donor who's giving serious consideration to your request. Sixth, handle objections. Objections may come after your request has been made, or they may come before. In either case, these are opportunities to hear what the donor is thinking, so they're crucial moments in the meeting. The best way to handle an objection is first of all to acknowledge the legitimacy of the issue. Secondly, share how you may have had to deal with that yourself. And thirdly, what conclusion you came to. A good structure for doing this is called feel, felt, found. You might say something like this. I know how you feel about whether technology has more bad effects than good. I felt that way myself when I looked at this project and thought about the impact of technology on my own life. But what I found is that these kids are entering a world that's saturated with technology, and we need to prepare them for it in a way that's centered in faith. Seventh, finalize the pledge. If the donor agrees to a pledge before the meeting ends, have a pledge form ready and help them complete it to record their intentions. In many cases, the donor will want additional time to consider the request. Suggest a time frame to get back to them to finalize their intentions. Don't simply leave the pledge form for them to fill it out. Given people's tendencies to procrastinate, they may get distracted, and then it'll feel like nagging if you have to follow up. Rather, work with them to find a convenient time when you can follow up and fill out that pledge form with them. Finally, thank the donor. Thank them for the opportunity to present the case, and thank them when they've made a decision. Have others important to them offer their thanks as well. Helping to make this a great experience for the donor will increase the likelihood of giving in the future. If you want to learn more about how to manage your school around its unique faith-based mission, or just about fund development specifically, please visit our website at managingformission.com. And thanks for encouraging potential benefactors to join you in fostering the spiritual and academic growth of the next generation.